Hey guys, BJ Hill with Summit Insurance and wanted to start a series, Summit Salutes, and wanted to start this series of interviewing local businesses and how they are impacting our industry and our community. And Steve Swanson with Renovation Sales is, we've been talking about this for like a year.
We have,
and
yeah.
That's
We're
on
finally
me.
doing it.
Yeah, it's about the proper timeline for me. Wanted you to be the first and kick this off. And so let's first, what's the why behind Renovation Sales?
Yeah. So Renovation Sales is really designed to help homeowners and realtors get houses ready for sale. So, if you think about the cosmetic things that need to happen, that's what we're all about. So paint, carpet, light fixtures, fixing up kitchens and bathrooms, all the cosmetic things that make a house look great and help a realtor sell that property. That's what we do. We don't come in and do, big additions and basements and things that require, pulling permits and take months to do. Everything that's just kind of quick and cosmetic. That's what we're focused on.
Awesome. You just hit on the scope basically of the services that you already provide. So your typical client.
Yeah.
Is it going to be just the realtor usually? Are you having the homeowner themselves maybe find you before they connect with a realtor? How's that been working for you?
Yeah, so typically it's a realtor who is bringing us in.
Gotcha.
They've visited a home, maybe they've already got the listing.
Gotcha.
And they see, oh my gosh, this thing needs help. And there's lots of homes out there that just need a little bit of touch up before they hit the market. And again, that's what we're really focused on. But it is usually the realtors who are coming to us. They're bringing a client a lot of the times. Sometimes it's before they've even addressed it with the client.
Gotcha.
To say, hey, what could we do to this house? Sometimes it's a phone conversation and hey, here's some pictures. Sometimes it's a hey, let's go check out the property together and see what could help. But usually it's a realtor bringing us in first.
What a great leverage add for a realtor who's fighting for a listing.
Yeah.
If they've already contacted you and got your input and your plan for success, to me that would speak volumes as a client who's wanting to list. If a realtor comes in with that, with your data already in place, wow.
That's the whole thing. We are a huge value add for realtors and for their clients.
Yeah.
And again, if you're a realtor and you are competing with however many, hundreds of agents here in Northern Colorado, right? And you can differentiate yourself saying, hey, I got this company that we work with and here's what they do and here's how they can help you. I mean, it's a huge value add. So, we hear that from the realtors that we work with all the time. It makes a huge difference in their business and we love doing it.
I understand that and totally get it. On that note, give me one of your favorite success stories.
Yeah. So, gosh, there's so many, but, I'll tell you, we help a lot of seniors.
Okay.
And what we see in this market and at this time, you may have heard of the silver tsunami before, which is, like all the baby boomers who are coming into retirement age and needing to kind of like, hey, what do we want to do? Do we want to downsize? What's the next step for me? So, we recently helped someone in Fort Collins. They had $110,000 profit, and we sold the house in, I think it was, after listing, I think it was on the market for less than a week.
Wow.
And that's the kind of stuff that we do because, the houses that are not updated, they sit.
Yes.
Right? They sit and they sit and they sit. And what ends up happening is they take a haircut on the price. It keeps on going down and down and down. And if they just would have done the renovation on the front end, they could have made more money, sold it faster and sold it for more money.
No question.
Yeah.
What's been the timeline of renovation sales so far, and how much growth have you seen?
Yeah. So Renovation Sales is a national franchise.
Okay.
We own the franchise here locally in Northern Colorado.
Gotcha.
The franchise itself is about 7 years old. We are 3.5 years old.
Awesome.
And we have seen explosive growth over the last few years, which has been so much fun. And I think for us, it's we get the benefit of like seeing all these success stories happen. And it's great for our business, but it's great for people.
Yeah.
You take your most expensive asset that you have in life and you turn it into something where you're making like that $110,000 profit that I told you. That's dollars they wouldn't have had.
No question.
They would have listed for, way less and sold for way less than what they were able to. So it's been a ton of fun. And, we this year, we're doubling what we did last year. So, I mean, it's continuing to grow, 3.5 years in. So
It's got to be rewarding to be able to provide that type of value, that type of experience to multiple outlets.
Yeah.
The clients themselves, the realtors, and we all know the realtors affect the lenders, and it all just keeps growing.
that's right.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
we love
awesome.
it.
Based on that growth and what you're experiencing, which is rare, so
Yeah.
kudos to you. That's awesome. Last thing, best piece of advice that you've gotten on the business side
Yeah.
to do what you've done.
Yeah. So it's interesting because, as I mentioned, it's a franchise. So we know lots of franchisees around the nation, and some are more successful than others.
Right.
And the common denominator is relationships. We have this core tenet or principle that is relationships above all else, and it really is true. Like a relationship I had with you,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I mean, it's multiply that by lots and lots of people over time and just keep on doing it. The networking events that people are like, oh, I went to that and I didn't get anything from it.
Right.
That's not how it works. I mean, you gotta show up and continually show up and show up and show up until finally someone's like, okay, I got to get to know this person. So and so said they're great, whatever, they're there right there. I'm going to go talk to them. And that's how it's really happened for us. And it's mainly, of course, for us within the real estate industry, of course. But
AI can't replicate that.
no, it sure can't. Never will be able to.
That's awesome. Hey, I appreciate your time.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Excited about your success, man. Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
BJ.
All right.